talk too much and I don't know when I'm going to start, so I'm just going to keep recording. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm so happy you're here. So can I tell you my Q Smith story? So I was listening to Come From Away, and I heard I Am Here, and I was like, that's a Black woman, and her voice is gorgeous, and why don't I know her? Like, I feel like I should know her. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, she's from Omaha. Wait, I think I do know her. And I remember that you had come to my class, and when I was in high school. And so, what was your Omaha experience like?
Omaha's a great place for art. I call Omaha like a big little city. You know what I mean? It has a lot of opportunities there. Just as many opportunities as any other big city. And growing up, I grew up singing at church in the children's choir. And my mom had a group called SS and Company, which stood for Shannon, Sensoray, and Company. And I was the company because I was the youngest. And she would write plays, and we would recite poetry by famous poets, African-American poets. My dad was a photographer. So art was very accessible to me. But I never thought I would be an actress. That was far from my mind. I auditioned for some community theater, Dreamgirls being my first audition. And at the old Center Stage Theater. And then Omaha Community Playhouse, I did Oklahoma there. And I was like, I'm kind of liking this musical theater thing. And so I started looking into colleges probably around 11th grade. So my performance experience in Omaha was vast. I had a lot of different opportunities, got to meet a lot of different people, and do a lot of different things. Omaha has a great art community.
So when did you make the move to New York? What was your deciding factor? Like, at what point were you like, I think this is what I got to do?
I graduated in 2000, and I thought I would go home to Nebraska, do a little side gig to make some extra money, move to New York maybe 6 months to a year later, and finished school with Kenny Glenn, who was my professor at UNO, because I went to UNO first before I transferred to college. And he was working at the Rose, and he was like, there's an opportunity, we're going on this tour. It's called McQuarrie's Beautiful Daughters. And I was like, oh yeah, I need a job. So I did this tour of McQuarrie's Beautiful Daughters. It was my first tour. And I thought I was rich. I saved a whopping like $600.
Oh,
I was like, woo! I was rich then. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is the best job I've ever had. You put up your own sets and you do the costumes, you do all of it, right?
My first big contract was $450 a week, and I was like, ready.
Okay.
I am bucked.
Yes. I was like, whoa, now. Okay. So anyway, I did that tour. I saved some money, and me and my parents went to Las Vegas. Not long after that, I think I was on tour for 3 or 4 months, and I was literally sitting in the car, and I got this, literally, if you would have touched me, I was burning. I know it's really dramatic, but it's true. Like, I just got this immediate sensation, this immediate, like, aha moment. It was like, I gotta go to New York. I gotta go to New York. And I just blurted it out. And the president, I gotta go to New York. And they're like, okay. And so got back to Omaha. I didn't have a computer, so I went down to the library. I love the library, public libraries. And went down, bought a one-way ticket to New York City for the following week. And I went to New York, and while I was on the plane, I looked up different auditions, and I circled 4 auditions that I wanted to go to the following day. And I went to all these auditions. I got callbacks for them, and then I booked 2 of them. And my first job was Smokey Joe's Cafe with Gladys Knight. And I didn't have a phone to call my mom and dad, so I had to go to a payphone and call them collect. I was like, hey, I just booked my first gig. And I think that's the reason why I was burning to get there, because I would have missed these opportunities, these auditions, and that's how it happened for me.
You got one of those stories that make people mad. Like, you...
I can't believe it sometimes. It took me a while to start sharing that story
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to do anything. It's just what happened. It's the truth. And I know it's not everybody's story, but that's just, I was just following God's lead.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the piece of it that I think is the most exciting, and the piece of the story that people need to do. I feel like people don't trust that gut noise. It's like, hey, you should do this thing.
Yeah.
And I always tell folks, I'm like, they're like, what's the best way to get out of Omaha? Like, how do I get to the next step? I'm like, leave. Like, there's no way to get to New York unless you go to New York.
Right. Right.
One of my dreams is to originate a role on the Broadway. And you did the thing. You did the thing. And it's an amazing role in an incredible show. What was the experience like? Because you were with the show pretty early. Like, you started kind of from the ground, right?
I did. They had done a workshop, I think, previously before I joined the cast. But yeah, this is my first original show. I've done so many workshops, so many readings, and you just hope that one of them will get picked up. And I've been in the business now about 20 years, and this was finally hit. It's like, oh my gosh. And it hit right. It hit real good. I love the show. I love everything about the show. The agent called and was like, hey, they're looking for this role. I think I was the last one to be cast. I think they're looking for 2 more tracks. And I was like, okay, what's the show about? And he's like, that's based on stories about 9/11. And I was like, a musical about 9/11. Okay, whatever. I said, who's doing it? And because that didn't sound appeasing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's the same dance about 9? It's not. I was here for that too. I was here during 9/11. One of the worst days in history.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, La Jolla Playhouse is producing it. I was like, La Jolla? I have never had the opportunity to audition for La Jolla. I've always wanted to, because once you get that audition, you know that there's a possibility for the show to move on to Broadway. I was like, oh, I can originate something. Okay, sure. I can put myself on tape, trying this role, trying that role, trying this dialect. I got cast. And so the first time I met the director and the rest of the cast and everything was first day of rehearsal. So I've been with it since the beginning. It was very challenging. It was probably this has been the hardest role I've ever done in my life. It seems like a very simple show, but it's so intricate and it's a delicate show. You have to approach it with you can't approach it like any other show.
I can't believe that you were doing that while you were pregnant with your baby boy. Like, I would have been, everybody tired already. Like, that's incredible.
I did the show 6 months with him in my tummy. And the first time I ever felt to move was during channel Peace, the prayer that we're doing the show. On my knees, and I'm praying, I'm singing this song. It's like, here for your channel of your peace.
No.
Oh my God, it was
that's too much for me. Oh no! Oh my goodness!
Thank God for my husband. I have the support of my husband, who's like, "You can do it. You got this." He would pack me snacks, and I would be eating. I would take food on stage with me. I remember packing a Lar-Bar in my pocket. I thought I packed it in my pocket, but I didn't, and I was starting to get a little nauseous. So I told one of my other cast members, I'm like, can you grab my Lar-Bar out of my snack bag? She grabbed it. We're sitting on the bus on the show, sitting on the bus, and somebody taps my shoulder, and I grab the Lar-Bar, and it drops, and it's a loud, and it's sitting on the stage, and I'm like, just pick it up like a normal person. I have a Lar-Bar on the bus. Of course I did. Everybody, Lord, gave me grief about it. How in the world did you turn a Lar-Bar? And I said, y'all, I need to eat.
I love the character justification.
Here he comes.
Oh, it's a baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is Caleb.
This is a name.
To you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nick. Yay.
I don't need anything from anyone else. We're all good. Like, I'm good.